You keep morning. You keep making yourself taller. For some reason, your top of your head's disappearing now.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. I'm very conscious. It must be difficult being shorter than your partner because when I'm down lower, down here, I just feel.
What are you saying? What are you saying? You have no idea. Have you ever been shorter than your partner?
No.
No.
I feel exposed. It's a different feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I'm up here, it's a lot better.
Oh, that's better. Keep it there. That's good.
Yeah, good. Episode 58, Wednesday the 20th of May. Welcome. Your hair looks a bit tidy. I have to make a comment on your appearance every day. But yeah, a little more in control. You haven't had another hack at it, which is good.
No. I've just trimmed up one tiny little bit, and then which I wasn't happy with. I'm happy now.
Yeah, I had to go back, do a little bit on the ears.
Yeah.
After what I said in one of the episodes, but
yeah. And did you do your nose?
No, clear. It's clear though. God, I can breathe.
That's all right then. As long as you can breathe, that's fine.
So this is a momentous day.
Oh right.
Because the squad out there of people viewing didn't get the music quiz yesterday.
Oh.
Not only did I stave them off for an hour or so, but the whole day.
I know.
So
very good.
So just to refresh to people, the day before we had the Proclaimers. I'm going to be, but actually the focus should be I will walk 500 miles. Really.
Yeah.
Known as really. Proclaimers from Scotland, and we were looking for the link to yesterday's music, which is now today's music.
Are you going to play two notes today?
I'm going to play two notes, and as Keith Lemon would say, there's a bit of a cluesy knocking about as well.
A cluesy?
Yeah.
I wish people would talk proper English. It's so annoying when they substitute a word for something else, and then you're expected to know what it is.
Well, it's part of his character, isn't it? It's through the keyhole.
I appreciate that, but it is annoying because everybody does it now.
Well, don't worry, we're not going to go through your keyhole and look at your house or anything else. So
well, just get on with the music then, please. That was the cue.
Here we go. More than a couple of notes, right? We'll see how we go. Oh, and we should say, because Tony Fulbrook was trying to cheat last night and get a jump on everybody, it's not a film or TV intro.
But everybody can see those comments, so everybody's got the same.
They can, but they might not have bothered reading what he's written. So, are you ready? Here we go. I'm a bit worried. Yes. I'm a bit worried because they've got the back door open. It's only 7:15 or 7:20. All right. A little bit. I don't want to give too much, but keep challenging them.
Okay.
Right, plenty to go on there, folks. All right, onto the guest photo. We got Mick Bannister this morning, who's given a little bit of feedback.
Morning, Mick.
There's old Mick. He's working away, running his accountancy business at Hadlow. Quite busy in terms of customer advice and help.
Let's just hope most of the business is still going after all of this. I mean, it's very difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. Mick was responsible for the Tunbridge Twilight meeting last August. It was his inspiration that got it going and putting the team together to get that off the ground. So did a great job there. And Mick, back in the day, was a runner. And here he is on the right of this photograph with Stuart Kirk doing a steeplechase. And Mick went to America, like quite a few people have done, and competed for Colorado out there. So he came back on the scene recently to help coach at Tunbridge. And doing a fine job. Good to see Mick back on, and nice to have him contributing a little bit of feedback occasionally and watching this.
He's the man if you want to recognise a vest, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he recognised my vest I was wearing. Yeah, yeah. Hardcore feedbackers yesterday. Steve Fury, really, he enjoyed my bit about team management, especially the bit about rubbish. He hates rubbish being strewn everywhere. In fact, I've seen photographs this morning on social media, nothing to do with sport, but because of the release in lockdown, people leaving their rubbish everywhere. It's does get you down. Somebody's got to pick this stuff up.
What gets me, this is might be going off on a tangent, but if you drop a piece of rubbish, who are you expecting to pick it up?
Well, the rubbish picker up. That's the answer.
There aren't any rubbish picker-uppers.
No, that's true.
What's the point?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I'm not logically with any of those people. They're litterers.
Yeah.
They're terrible people.
Yeah.
I hope they feel guilty. I'm going to embarrass them. If you see someone drop something, or if I see someone, I say, "Excuse me, you've dropped something," and I make them pick it up.
Yeah. Like a packet of crisps. Floozy.
Stop winking at me, you.
Well, they might not have got this far. They'll be all on the music still. They pause it and concentrate on that. Some of them.
Okay.
Angie Crush, yeah, she couldn't sleep. You know, she's worried about getting the music. She was also couldn't sleep when I tried to get her to come to help out at Parliament Hill and getting on the minibus. So she couldn't sleep all night because she knew she had to be there on time. Otherwise, I'd get worked up. I must clarify, I am reasonable. If people phone me up and let me know where they are and they're going to be a fraction late, then that's all right. It's when they just ignore everybody.
Excuse me, you might feel that you're reasonable, but you don't come across at the time as reasonable. But I can understand the frustrations because we've got the tent to move, etc. People don't appreciate that if they want to lift, that's fine. But honestly, there is lots going on, and you need to be there at a certain time. And you're quite right, you don't get a car park space.
No. Angie's taken the bait on things that upset you and get you down, annoy you, frustrate you. Plastic tubs for chocolate cornflakes. There's too much plastic compared to the chocolate cornflakes.
Well, there is. I mean, like for instance, I can't remember something like you get a piece of plastic over. It's all about hygiene, unfortunately. So you know. It's annoying when you've got more packaging. The biggest one is, for instance, your tin of sweets for Christmas. I am sure there is 70% packaging and 30% chocolates in that box that you buy. So you're buying a box of plastic almost to some degree, and then it's so annoying.
Yeah. Can you talk with your hands up here?
As you knock me back in.
Leave them up here.
No, I'm not doing that. It's ridiculous. I'll put them on my lap. How's that? I don't mind doing that.
You had to do that at school, didn't they? You had to sit there like that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I must have been the most annoying child at school because, unfortunately, I talk with my hands. I gesture as well, unfortunately. So perhaps that's the annoying thing. So it is my bangle that's banging as opposed to anything else on the top. And though I could take it off when I'm doing this, but
it's a deep thudding sound.
Yeah, but all it is that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not allowed to mention it because Tony Fulbrook complained I mentioned it too much. But anyway.
Well, you're becoming pedantic. You are. Go on then, get on with it.
Putting me off, Mr. Spring. Angie doesn't like laziness, bullying, and negativity.
Agree with that.
She's been a bit negative about those sort of people, not really, but there you go. And she suggests an episode on stupid rules. So I've got a few of those in a minute. Hubert agrees needs more regulation on packaging and product quality controls needed. That gets him down where the quality of some goods today is a bit too shabby and he thinks standards have slipped.
Mm-hmm. I must admit, when I buy fruit, if it's loose and I'm buying fruit, I will I'll test it. I'm terrible. You know, is it if it's too ripe, I don't want to buy it, for instance. So I'm testing things if they're loose and put them in a bag.
Yeah.
That cuts down the packaging.
Yeah. And Steve Fury was talking about how he was a coach, a team manager, and trying to compete himself at one stage. And he was convinced to reflect on that, and he cut it all back to just coaching, and that was a good decision. So yeah.
It's true. If you're juggling too many balls, you don't really do anything really well, because you're rushing to the next thing. So you haven't really got time to reflect, change things, and you just go on in the same method, don't you?
Well, that would be a good thing, isn't it? Not just about sport, but
anything you do. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you think, oh, do I really need to do it that way?
Yeah. Anyone using this period to reflect and might cut something out of their lives just to free themselves up a little bit, because
not necessarily chocolate. That's not going to work.
No, to save time and stress. Yeah. Okay. So I've got stupid rules.
Okie dokie.
What have you got on stupid rules?
Well, I find the most frustrating stupid rule is that if you go to a park, it says don't walk on the grass. Well, the whole point, in my view, of going to a park is so that you can walk on the grass. So I do not understand what that is about. So it is so annoying. I mean, if they put new grass down and it's growing, etc., and that's it. But a park's a park, for goodness sake. So you want to walk on the grass.
I never knew that got to you.
I used to in London in particular, because if I sort of like sat in the sun for 2 minutes too long, etc., and trying to get back to the office, the shortcut was right across the grass, and there'd be all these signs: "Do not walk on the grass." So you have to get to the park. Drive you nuts. Anyway, that's a little thing.
Trouble is, if everyone does it, it's like kicking a ball near the track. If everyone does it, it's chaos, and the grass.
Oh, yes, I do agree. So I mean, it's you asked me what rules, stupid rules are agitate you. That is one of them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I've got any? Well, I've got 3 in athletics. I picked.
Oh, go on, you go with the athletics.
One is I don't know why they don't allow reasonable amounts of little advertising on vests.
Yeah, because it would be abused. That's why.
Well, you have a rule. How many you're allowed, or sizes and stuff.
Yeah, but some people don't understand rules, as you well know.
Well, you're an official. You can disqualify them.
Well, no, they'd have to change their vest in call room if that's where they were going. So at the end of the day, why should it have to be up to an official? The rule is, should be in the rule book and deal with it there. But that's another thing. Let's go forward with the next one.
Right, the next one. National Championship 800 metres. They'll often have heats, and they'll often have 4 heats, and they will have only the winner and 4 fastest losers go through. And that makes it extremely difficult because they seed them. So you could end up with 2 really good guys who can do well in the final in the same heat. It just, no matter how you seed them, that could come out, because you've got 8, the top 8 runners should be in the final, right? So you can have more than 1 in each heat that's good, which makes it not just about winning the heat, but running fast. And when
what you're saying is you'd like to see the first 2 go through of each heat, so it makes it a fairer competition.
Because even if it's windy or even not windy, especially outdoors, front running, you're at a disadvantage. So you're in this nudge gamble situation. If you're the second best runner in the heat, but you're good enough for the final, really, you've then got a decision to make. You lead it out, everyone sits on you, it's windy, you get beaten, and you go out. So you're sitting there looking at everybody thinking, who's going to take this on? And somebody will strike lucky. One guy will go crazy in a heat thinking, I've got nothing to lose. 3 others will follow him, and all 4 qualify from one heat, and just because they've struck lucky with some nutter in there, and I just think it becomes a bit of a lottery.
I agree to some extent, but I do think that you quite often hear that, you know, oh, I didn't do well, etc. And it is quite hard to do the 800 metres because you've got heats and then semis and then finals. So it's not going to be.
No, that's different. That's different. No, it's when you've got a national championship and it's heats.
Yeah.
Final. Yeah. Semi-final. All right, semi-final on the front. So you got a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, whichever. But don't have only the winner going through with 4.
Okay. All right then, Mr. Shirty.
Finally, just to rile a few. Veterans starting at 35 years old is ridiculous. I mean, flipping Mo Farah is 30 over 35, and world records were set at 35 years old. People have got medals in the Olympics at 35 or older. So start at 40 like it always was. I don't get that one at all. Perhaps somebody could enlighten me on that one.
Well, I think it's trying to encourage more people not to give up the sport. I think that's why they did it, because they felt that there were, people were, the vets. I mean, it has had a revival in the last sort of 4 or 5 years, certainly in the club as well, from that point of view. But I think it's more to do with, they try different things to keep people in the sport. But if it was always 40, it seems a little bit drastic to bring it down to 35, doesn't it?
Yeah. Other things in life where I don't like the rules, or something annoys me. Handball rule in football, I think that's got extremely obscure, needs tidying up quite a lot.
All right.
Don't expect you to comment too much on that.
No.
I'm not quite sure what the solution is, but I think focus on speeding fines, I find, is unfair in this country. I don't know what the answer is. I just find, I've been fined a fair few times, and
that's because you speed in the wrong place.
I find it a little bit pedantic, and I wish the resources were spent elsewhere. That's all I'd say on that. And similarly, I think it's all very well picking up pretty reasonable people for speeding, but more should be done with clamping down on drug dealing, antisocial behaviour, and litter leaving and things like that.
I will answer that, because I do think a lot of things, really drug dealing is going on, but they have to catch them in possession, and that sometimes is very difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got another one that I hate. Yeah, we've had 3 or 4 of yours, so this is my pet hate. Cyclists can now cycle on the paths. I agree with keeping them safe, and it makes sense to take them off of busy roads, etc. But why do they not abide by rules? It says stop, get off your bike to go round a corner, etc. Because you don't know who's round the corner, but they never do. Also, if I'm indicating left, why do they undertake on the left? If I'm indicating left, it's blooming obvious where I'm going. It might not be obvious where they're going. So that is really annoying. It is cyclists who do not abide by the rules of the road. Now, I'm banging the table now.
What's changed on cycling on paths then? I thought you could only cycle on the paths if there's a cycle lane marked out.
No, they don't stick to that. I've seen people on the paths just cycling along. It's a busy road, etc.
It's not really allowed.
No, it's not allowed. They just don't care. They're not courteous. I mean, some of them are, but a lot of the cyclists are not.
Yeah.
Now that's going to upset a few viewers. Let's have your feedback, guys.
But you said
sure you're all law-abiding people, but some people are not.
You said the rules have changed, though. The law's changed. It hasn't changed, has it?
No, I didn't say the rules had changed. I said that they seem to think the rules have changed.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, that's good. And I don't like Love Island either. So that's the end of that episode.
Well, nor do I. So we agree about that. My God, one thing we agree about. Oh, how many years of marriage? Oh, We've only agreed about one thing. Oh my goodness.
All right,
Never
then.
mind.
See you later then. Well done.
See you later. Bye.